Hello again and welcome to episode 17 of Main Street Martin. This time we're turning back the clock to the turn of the millennium to take a look at one of my favourite European parks. I'm talking about Portaventura, which opened in 1995 near the coastal resort of Salou in the Costa Dorada region of Spain. For most of our trips we stayed here at the Portaventura Hotel, right at the entrance to the park, and we absolutely loved it. Now don't forget, if you enjoy the videos on this channel, please like them and subscribe so that you can really help the channel in the future and make sure you don't miss any future videos. Now I have to begin by saying that this resort has expanded a number of times since these videos were filmed and is now known as Portaventura World, with a second park, Ferrari World, which opened in 2017. But we visited Portaventura many times in the early 2000s for the simple reason that it was the closest thing to a Florida park we'd found in Europe. Disneyland Paris of course has the quality attractions, but not necessarily the weather most of the time. This park had both. Like many theme parks, the best way to explore on your very first visit is to take a tour of the park by train. Now it's had a number of owners, including the Two Swords Group, Anheuser-Busch, and in 1998 NBC Universal bought the majority shares, renaming it Universal's Portaventura, before the resort was then expanded and rebranded as Universal Mediterranea. It was in fact the first Universal park in Europe.
Estamos entrando en la Mediterránea. Por tanto, wonderful coalition.
If you visit Portaventura World today, you'll find that it's perfectly situated for trips into nearby Tarragona or Barcelona by train in around an hour, and there are plenty of beaches nearby in Salou and Cambrils, which is just 20 minutes away, and of course many others. Something like 3 million visitors go to Portaventura each year, and the theme park is divided into 6 areas. These include the Far West section, where you can take a white-knuckle whitewater raft ride along the Grand Canyon, and the Mediterranean section, where you can try Furious Baco, the fastest roller coaster in Europe. It's not all high adrenaline rides though. You've got fantastic shows, firework displays and much more. One of the other main reasons we love this park is the incredible theming throughout, and everything has an incredible backstory as well. This is a great example. When you arrive in the area of colonial Mexico, you'll come across an old silver mine that El Diablo of Portaventura closed decades ago after a group of miners disappeared without a trace. So there's a fantastic backstory to this ride, and to this day the original wooden railway carriages continue to operate, and Tren de la Mina travels at top top speed along the same fascinating journey that it made all those years ago. Now though, it's El Diablo himself driving the train. Here's the big one. Don't forget to smile at the camera. This is the big one. And this is just one of many fabulous rides that PortAventura World has to offer. In the far west is Stampeder, a dueling wooden roller coaster which gets up to speeds of around 46 miles an hour. The twin track has two coasters which race against each other in a proper bone-rattling, thunderous experience. It's one you'll want to go on again and again. And nearby is Tomahawk, a junior version of Stampeder which runs parallel to it. Also in the far west is the Silver River Flume, which is a traditional log flume, and the Grand Canyon Rapids, that whitewater river rapids ride I mentioned earlier along the Grand Canyon. Elsewhere in the park is Hurricane Condor, a drop tower ride, one of the tallest in the world at 330 feet. In China is Shambhala, another beast of a roller coaster, and at nearly a mile long is the gift that keeps on giving. It opened in 2012. It's been wowing white knuckle fans ever since. Its 256-foot initial drop takes you to speeds of around 83 miles an hour at angles of 77 degrees. It also features 5 camelback plungers as well, and there are incredible feelings of weightlessness, one of the most dramatic dives into a tunnel you'll ever encounter. There are also plenty of places to eat. The resort has more than 20 restaurants in the Portaventura park alone, as well as many others in the 6 resort hotels, like the Portaventura Hotel where we were staying, or the Hotel El Paso, a Mexican-themed hotel nearby, which we went to visit. And of course, there are plenty of places to eat and stay in Salou itself and the other neighbouring resorts. Now, I mentioned the entertainment earlier, but Portaventura has a huge range of shows. Don't miss the Templo del Fuego as well, which is an Indiana Jones style event, and the end of the day fiesta. It showcases the themed lands in an eye-popping display on the central lake, with giant Mexican dancers twirling across the water, a fantastic dragon with fireballs, fireworks, illuminations, and a pair of stunt riders when we went as well, flying around on illuminated water jetpacks. Absolutely fantastic. What I would say though is that you'll need to get there early to bag a good spot in the Mediterranean village waterfront. You'll see highlights of the Portaventura Fiesta Nighttime Spectacular at the end of this episode. In the meantime, these are some of the shows that you can see in places like Mexico and Polynesia.
Perfecto. ¿Sabes qué es esto, Enrique?
En un mar de la lejana Polinesia, un joven y atractivo explorador busca el gran diamante veloz como Coco.
¡Rema, Johnny, rema! Déjalo un poquito hasta
Portaventura also has its own bespoke beach, a man-made one of course at Caribe Aquatic Park. It's a tropical themed water park filled with palms, waterfalls, pools and slides.
Can't explain how I brought it off some attack and me out the mud. Sa nangalangang kinsin, nagsistis kriatura marina. On the contrary, it is unbelievable. I'm so...
Before we finish this episode with the Fiesta Nighttime Spectacular on the lake in Mediterranean, let's just leave you with some sights and sounds from the Portaventura Park, some of the rides and attractions, restaurants and shops from the early 2000s.
Una cucaracha pinta, película colorada. Vamos para mi tierra a pasar la temporada. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar.
For a magical journey as we fly not only across the oceans of the world, but also the oceans of time. Les presentamos Fiesta Aventura.
Sadly, I'm afraid that's about it from episode 17 of Main Street Martin. If you have enjoyed this or any of the other videos on the channel, please click on the like button, and if you can, subscribe, because it really does help the channel moving forward, and of course it ensures that you don't miss any of the future videos that we have coming up from places like Walt Disney World and Universal Studios, but also other American parks like Wild Adventures in Valdosta and Dollywood in Pigeon Forge. Plus, we're also going to be featuring trips to European parks like Efteling and Disneyland Paris. So make sure you join me next time here for episode 18 of Main Street Martin.